Look at this guy's fucking texting while I'm answering. This is bullshit. My name's Chris. I play guitar and sing.
I'm Brian. I play bass.
And we are Tucker Woods.
I think the sound of Tucker Woods is just original rock and roll, real rock and roll trying to cut through the noise.
Organic rock and roll band.
Step on a crack, you know you bring your mother's back. Better watch out where you're walking. Already spent all the money for your rent. Have your fun before the man comes knocking. You think you're cool when you've been breaking all the rules. Where's your head? Would you look who's talking? Radio plays, tuning out on it all days. Paranoid is on the other end. Always complain about work holiday you're out. Maybe it's you just saying sometimes I'll find life's too short to hide your smile. Where do we go from here? I don't know.
I mean, my parents got me into music when I was young, like most people. My parents are huge music fans. They're not musicians, but they got me into rock and roll at a very, very young age. And then my brother ended up picking up the guitar. So now, when you're 9 or 10 and you love rock and roll, and now there's a guitarist around, so I got pulled into that right away. And from the time I had that guitar in my hand, I knew I wanted to be a songwriter. I knew I wanted to try, and I never gave a shit about being famous, this or that. I really wanted to I want to make the records I want to make. That was the goal.
Yeah, agreed. I think from an early time, I knew that no matter what, I was going to be playing music. My parents aren't musicians, no musicians in the family, but music was always around. It was always being played at home. My dad's a big rock and roll guy, big classical guy, so it was an odd mix of Wilson Pickett and Bach. And yeah, I started playing bass, guitar when I was 13, 14. So I took a liking to it very early on, and I knew it was something that I was going to keep doing. I know that when I'm an old man, I'm going to be, hopefully not have arthritis too bad, and I'll be in the nursing home still plucking away. That's never going to change, so there's always a reason to pursue that, because why not? It seems pretty obvious. This is what you're always gravitated towards anyway. When you get off whatever job you have, you just run back to music. Makes sense to keep doing it.
The first song I ever wrote, it was garbage. It was terrible. I actually have demos of a couple of them, and you listen back and it's hey, you know what? You were on to something. And you gotta write the shit songs to get to the good ones anyway. It's like a muscle, like anything. So, I look back at that still, and it's they're fucking terrible, but it was still worth that process that I was learning. The first good song I ever wrote, I was about 15 or 16, and it was called All Right. And
that is a good song.
Hey, that song actually it just always stuck around a little bit. So it's funny. Sometimes you write stuff and you just need some time with it, and you come back to it. It's all right, now I'm ready to do this.
Some melody flowing, the crew sing back. I don't think we'll be leaving very soon. From the spooky rock lagoon, lost track of time, the fire burns bright. Sitting and drinking on hours of the night, stories flew round about getting found. What a sound, whole crew started to sing. Should have been home by yesterday. We tried to leave, decided to stay. I count all these afternoons. I'll be right as soon.
So Sunshine Blues kind of came to life like during that lockdown period, 2020, I guess.
Yeah.
That's when I really honestly, I just had so much time on my hands for the first couple of months of that I just really got to writing and demoing. That was my outlet at that time. So it ended up becoming what was a couple demos ended up becoming, 12, 15 demos. And then it became kind of a really fun period of going back and forth with Brian, sending him over the new material, Brian coming over, hearing what he thought of everything, hearing what the hell he did with the bass line from that, which is always a blast. And it progressed from there, which was probably that summer. And then that led into that winter, us getting right back into the studio and recording it, which I don't know, that probably took us 2 weeks, 3 weeks of recording time over a 3-month, 2-month
Spread
period.
out for sure, yeah.
So it was wrapped up pretty quick.
Also, especially during those, 2020, it seemed to be the death knell for a lot of bands trying to make their way. And we knew that we had to keep going, keep grinding. So we knew, if we wanted to make this Tucker Woods thing work, we would have to, push through all that, everything that was going on in that crazy time and keep going. So we knew that there's no excuses not to. Let's do this the right way. Let's really dig in. And I think it really shows in what we came up with,
Honestly, it's an important record for me too, because just the whole Sunshine Blues thing is something from my grandparents. Brian was nice enough to go along with this idea I had in my head for a long time about the album cover being on my grandparents' front lawn, nice hand-built wall. They're no longer around, so it was a nice
an homage.
So yeah, I think for this record, it was cool. It was a really complete record for me. It was fun to see it come to life how I had it kind of envisioned it, and more than I could have hoped for because of the people I surround myself with.
And when I'm alone, do you listen when I speak to you? My sunshine new to you. My sunshine new. So I can choose, and I stop dreaming of my sunshine blues.
So yeah, no, the new record just in general has been really fun to play live too. And it's been exciting hearing, the productions. Recordings are awesome, but there's nothing like when you're playing the songs in the room with your buddies and you're hearing the production come to life, in real time. And it always is exciting when we have a new batch of songs, hearing them translate, because you're going from demo to pre-production to recording. That's a long process right there. By the time everything's mixed, mastered, ready to go out, your schedule, you're ready to release it. And it's really fun finally then when you get back to that, it went from recording, now it's back to in the room again, hearing it live again. Yeah. So it's another progression of the record of you figured out how to make the record, you made the record, now it's all right, how are we gonna play this live? So it's fun that way too, in general, just new songs. I love bringing them out.
What's the news? You can never be sure they're honest when you want some truth. You gotta keep them eyes wide. Who's to say when the sun will set, the moon takes over as I lose control? I begin to roll. Think you could save me, maybe? Stuck in a summer song. Something lately, but I can't quite stop. Lost and rolling around and around all the while.
Well, I guess when I'm not working on music and stuff, I'm still pretty much still noodling on the guitar. But you know, I like taking walks. I don't know. That sounds pretty boring. I'm not a big TV guy or anything like that.
I think people underestimate how much time goes into music. So like somebody will see the finished product, the tip of the iceberg. But yeah, as far as like hobbies when we're not in the studio, it's basically more music.
Yeah, there's different hats too, being like
exactly. There's business sides of things to take care of. There's you know, artistic sides of things to take care of, and everything in between. And it takes up a lot of time.
Just because you have like your instrument in your hand, it's like there's like you got to practice, you got to write, but then there's like I just want to like pick up a guitar and have some fun. Like I do that too. So it's like
blow off steam.
If you're late, you'll get by. What a way to start off the day. You got caught in the rush, now you're gone, miss the bus, just can't seem to catch a break. Why would you walk when you could fly into the world? Inside your mind, you said, now if I'm being honest, I could really use a minute. Hope it's not a problem, but I got a bad feeling. You've forgotten to tie up your shoes, flat on your ass. Got a bark in the world to suit. What a drag, what a drag.
Both of us are lucky to have met such talented people and generous people. Creating this group of people that have similar mindsets about how to go about things as far as quality, integrity, I think it makes all the difference in a final product. And so I think throughout the years and moving forward, we'll continue to achieve that.
Other people in the industry are peers, not competitors. I think that's like the most important thing, is like trying to build a community along the way.
Stay true to your vision and goals, and the right people will come along.
Big thanks to Ckord for having us. We're Tucker Woods. For more information about the band, to catch us live, head over to tuckerwoodsmusic.com. Follow us on Instagram @TuckerWoodsMusic.
She's like